Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back. 3 or 4 weeks hiatus. I really missed talking to you guys, doing this, because it's just fun to just talk about whatever's going on in Magic. I partially hate that there is this much stuff going on in Magic all the time, but it keeps us going. There's always something to talk about, right? So, and there's so much to talk about. We missed out on so much stuff, and there's even more stuff coming on. So we got a jam-packed episode today, if we can even fit it all. How's it going, Jared? How's it going, Roger? Long time no see. What's up?
Yeah, no time no speak. Cool. Yep, we're doing good.
Have you guys been keeping up with whatever's been going on in all the Magic the Gathering land?
Uh, Best I for me, best I can. Yeah, but I feel fairly up to date. Maybe like if there's a spoiler or two in the last day or two, maybe I wouldn't have seen those. But for the most part, I've seen everything.
Roger?
Dude, I am a degenerate Magic the Gathering player.
Well, at least you admit it. So, all right, do you guys see my screen? We're good here. So the first thing I want to talk about is this lineup that we have for 2026. Yes, the unannounced Universe Beyond Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We all know that already. This is like an older picture, but so I want, before we get into each one specifically, and the closer ones like Lorwyn, Ninja Turtles, the ones we have a little bit more spoilers of, we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth. Of course, we know nothing about Reality Fracture and hardly anything about some of the other ones, but just overall, generally, what are your thoughts about this lineup and everything that's gonna be going on next year, Jared?
Goes for you, right? Right. I want to go first. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about how there are more universes beyond than in universe sets in this lineup, and don't I personally I don't like that. I would have. I mean, it's just been leaning towards that way. And last year was it equal? Or this, excuse me, this year is this year been an equal release of UB versus in universe, or is it already been more? I can't remember now. uh I think it was
I
equal
think it's
because I think
equal, three and three.
everybody was making a big deal about how this one's more universes beyond. And yeah, I don't like that, because then now magic is less like it's less magic than outside properties now. For and But I've heard that there's been rumors about how this kind of got all messed up because of how they had to release Avatar or something. So there might have been licensing issues or something like that because Lorwyn was supposed to be last year and Avatar next year. But I guess that would have made it even worse because then it would have been 5 and 2. Uh, um, either way, that's my least favorite element of this. As far as the just the sets in general, I Lorwyn and Strixhaven. I'm really happy to see both of those. I like both of those planes and sets. Reality Fracture, nobody really knows. There's rumors about how it might be another plane chase or kind of like Future Sight S thing where they're kind of mixing color identities up. So like white might get white burn, and blue might get like kill spells and things like that. So like yeah, mixing, splashing mixing the color pie a little bit. And how yeah. So we nobody knows yet though, but that'd be kind of interesting. Those kind of cards have super lasting effects in something like Commander though. So if suddenly blue gets a kill, like a normal, like destroy a non-blue creature or something like that, then that's going to be an evergreen commander card, because now blue has a kill spell.
Wow.
So
I did
that's
not know about this reality fracture thing, and that sounds really interesting. I'm actually really excited for that.
yeah, yeah. That's a rumor.
Yeah.
But the other rumor is that it's where UB and in universe come together.
Oh no.
And I don't
No,
like
no, no, no,
that.
no.
um, so yeah, yeah. Then Urza comes back with Optimus Prime, and they work together to defeat Yawgmoth, teamed up with Doctor Professor Eggman. I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of like you watch like the wrestling WWE when they have like those big whatever WrestleMania, and then just all the cameos, like all the big stars come in out of nowhere to like
Uh-huh.
body slam someone, like someone's got in a chokehold and they're about to lose, and then Stone Cold comes out and just like body slams him and saves him, and then The Rock comes in out of nowhere, like it's like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. But as far as just the outside properties, like I have been constantly unenthusiastic about Marvel being in it, just because I don't really care personally. So it's just not my cup of tea to want to play Marvel cards in my Magic deck. I was like about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and now seeing the cards, I'm even more. And I feel just I haven't bought, and probably am not gonna ever buy a Spider-Man pack personally. I just really don't care for it, and I was actually really like about even the Through the Omen Path look of the cards, and after playing them on Arena, I prefer those to the Spider-Man ones. I really
Interesting.
wish they just stayed in universe for this one. I really don't like the set at all. That's me. I don't really care about Spider-Man though, and I like Spider-Man. I just don't really want him in my Magic deck. That's all it really comes down to. Uh, I like Lord of the Rings, so Hobbit sounds interesting. I'm just worried it's going to be like what they did with the movie, which is The Hobbit is one book and The Lord of the Rings was three books. And are they going to be overstretching one storyline? Like, is that for a whole set? Is that book enough when with everything that they already put in the previous Lord of the Rings set? I don't know. And Star Trek, I'm like, I'm just not really that excited about almost any of those outside properties. Even though I'm pretty sure if the Hobbit is gonna play like the Lord of the Rings set, it will at least be a fun set to play. Because Lord of the Rings is very fun to play.
True.
But yeah, those are my thoughts. I feel as unexcited about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as I do about Spider-Man, and same thing about the Marvel superhero set. I really don't. I'm probably not going to buy a single one of those packs, just out of principle because I really don't like them.
Roger, what are your thoughts?
All right, so Magic is gonna come first here in like my line of like why I like next year coming up. But we have Lorwyn, Eclipse, Secrets of Strixhaven, and Reality Fracture. Storyline wise, I think it's gonna be such a great year for Magic the Gathering because we're still off the back of the Phyrexian invasion. We don't know what happened in Lorwyn during the Phyrexian invasion, what's changing there, what's the new things that are happening there. And then the Secrets of Strixhaven is another one that we're like, okay, what happened in Strixhaven when the Phyrexians were there? Because that was a huge part of the Phyrexian All Will Be One like storyline, right? Um, what's interesting is that for a long time, a lot of people have been speculating like, okay, um, the Gatewatch used to be a thing, and we used to have a main character called Gideon, right? And now this guy was like the um, the moral compass of the entire group, right? And he sacrifices himself to save Liliana, someone who was possessed by demons and like or had a contract with demons and had to break all those contracts. But Gideon always saw that there might be good in there, so he trusted in that. And when we first went to Strixhaven, it was kind of interesting because it was like the Hogwarts, like wizards trying to like capitalize on um, the Harry Potter kind of like Hogwarts thing, which wasn't too far outside of Magic. And I'm glad they didn't make it like a Harry Potter set, but that's what kind of Strixhaven is, and the kind of like the beginnings of the hat sets, right? But the storyline was really cool. But one of the things people are trying to figure out that's going to happen is, are we going to get a white black Liliana Planeswalker? Because now she's maybe more good than evil, right? So that's one of those cool little like lore things that people are waiting for. Story wise, though, I wonder what Strixhaven and how Strixhaven is going to play into the fact that what happened in when we just got off of Dragonstorm, right, which was the last kind of like lore part of the entire Magic storyline because of what happened to Jace. Do we need the magic of Strixhavens to see what's going to happen and to possibly prevent chaos from happening with Reality Fracture? Because at the moment, we know our arch enemy Nico Bolas is out. Ugin was tattered and beat up last time we saw him. And with Reality Fracture, Jace is somewhere where it's maybe between times, maybe between like spaces. We have no idea where Jace is, and we got introduced to Edge of Eternities by the end of this year. So it's just like, okay, all of Magic just gonna like now commence, like be one thing. The other thing with Reality Fracture is that there's always been a break in time because Teferi Time Raveler was one of the people who broke time, and then also Karn, the great creator, also broke time. So we're still living in this like crazy outside world. So I'm really excited. There's so good, and I like how Mark Rosewater said it in his address, like at the MagicCon. He said this is where a lot of those threads are finally going to come to rest. So just a lot of those little things that people have been looking forward to, little storylines that haven't been tied up for maybe even 10 years, right? Maybe even more. So I'm very, very happy and excited for that. As for the Universes Beyond stuff, I actually really enjoyed Spider-Man. I enjoyed the draft set. I really enjoyed everything about it. I know it got a lot of hate, but I personally just tried it and I liked it. I liked the Pick 2 draft, and I'm looking forward to the Ninja Turtles. It's going to be a small set. It's going to be Pick 2, but it's really fun just to kind of pick up drafts and kind of just go quickly if you are a limited type player. But not every limited type player really enjoyed that experience. Although it does seem overwhelming in the IPs. I'm looking forward to The Hobbit, not really the superheroes. Star Trek's going to be an interesting one because we're people on the internet are really talking about how we're bringing too much reality into Magic the Gathering, in the sense of like we got Dwight from The Office as a Magic card, and now like are we gonna have like, I don't know, the Kardashians as cards now, or like your favorite
Well,
K-pop group?
we are
Like,
getting K-pop Demon Hunters.
It is for sure going to be K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that makes more sense than it being, you know, like BTS.
yeah, because it was like, I don't know, someone online saw it already. Like, yeah, it's K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay, that makes more sense. And that thing is so
I haven't seen
absolutely
it. Have you seen
gigantic
that
right now.
the movie?
I've seen it about 20 times. My
The
son
so
loves
Does
it.
your
My
son love
son
it?
loves it.
Like, I
Yeah,
hear kids love the songs.
I like it. I like the songs. I
Wow,
like it.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
it's so good. It's so
You
good.
you seen it too, Roger?
I saw it. It's
There you
so
have
good.
it. So K-pop Demon Hunters, everyone, watch it now before it invades your Magic the Gathering games.
So I'm not really looking for. The thing that I'm most looking forward to is the Magic storyline and the Magic cards we're gonna get. I don't mind having the Universes Beyond, maybe as much as like the rest of the community, although I do see a lot of the arguments the community makes, which are very, very strong arguments. And one of the ones that I really line up with is, are we leaving kind of like the realm of fantasy, right? Where when we think of fantasy, it's like dragons, mages, like clerics, the things that classic Magic was really about, Dungeons and Dragons was really about. But now we're having all these things like guns and Magic, spaceships and Magic, and all this stuff. Um, like that, I'm just like, yeah, we are kind of leaving the game, um, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet. Um, but I guess only the future will tell on all that stuff. Structurally, as the gameplay experience, I am glad that we are being consistent with the gameplay. But something we might get into later is, how is Magic gonna look in the next, let's say, 2 years? Not just because of Universes Beyond, but because of the things that they're introducing with all of these new sets. Magic actually doesn't play like Magic anymore, and we could get into that later. But otherwise, I think it's gonna be a great year.
We will not get into that later unless you remind me. So, and we probably don't have
Okay.
time today for that.
Okay, all good, all good, all good.
But remind me, and we will hopefully get to that one of these weeks.
Cool,
One
cool.
of these weeks.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay, I mean, I have a lot of takes. Just really quickly, I'm actually more excited about Universes Within now because of Universes Beyond. Okay, so I was never like, I'm glad Roger and you, Jared, as well. You guys can keep the Magic story and lore in your head. I don't know anything about it. I never cared.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't until recently when we started asking Roger to do his lore thing,
Uh-huh.
That I not that I'm ever gonna go and read it and really figure out, but I actually like I enjoy it now. I enjoy hearing from you guys, and it actually
Yeah, yeah.
does
'Cause
affect my experience playing those in-universe sets, and
yeah,
also partially because of Universe Beyond and how they're so like not related to Magic at all. There's no story. I mean, they have their own stories, but it's completely separate.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. Uh, and because we have like a break from Magic with the
Uh-huh.
Universe Beyond sets, you know how like some people kind of feel like, oh, we're getting too many sets, we're getting too many Universe Beyond sets. I kind of felt like that before. Like Magic story moved too fast. Like right, if every 2 months there's a new Magic set and there's a new Magic story and like it moved too fast for me. I like that there's kind of a break in the Magic story to allow me to, I don't know, just understand the story
Yeah.
and experience the Magic story, and then I can not think about the Magic story and play Universe Beyond, whatever, where you don't care about a story or anything like that, and then we can come back to the Magic story. I personally like that. But anyway, another thing I that Universe Beyond has done for me in terms of Universe Within is Universe Beyond is too expensive. So we have a Universe Beyond set where it's like really expensive, and then we come back. It feels like Magic got cheaper, right? Like we're paying whatever the price is, 30% more when this set comes out, and all of a sudden we're back to Universe Within, and we're getting a 30% discount,
Yeah, yeah.
even though it's always been the same, and even though it's actually always it's always going more and more expensive because of inflation, shrinkflation, etc. Just that feeling that we're getting a discount, it feels good. Like I'm paying whatever $30 for a draft, 20 25 $30 for a draft with Universe Beyond, and all of a sudden now I'm paying $15 for a draft, and I'm like, oh nice, I get to like spend a little bit less money because I'm a degenerate drafter, right? I have to draft all the time. For the next 2 months, I can spend a little bit less money, and I'm getting a little bit of the wallet fatigue with Universe Beyond. It's just too expensive.
Yes.
So it makes me
Yes.
like Universe Beyond even more. Whereas in the past, I could care less about Magic lore or anything universe this and universe that. Now that there's so much Universe Beyond and it's so prevalent, I actually like it's very noticeable, the difference. And I used to, and I still do. I used to say, and I still say, like I like Universe Beyond. I think it's fun. But yeah, we're having too much now, and at this point, it's like I don't care about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at all. I don't care. So I don't want to spend all this extra money on it. And I guess, and like Mark Rosewater and Wizards have said, like if it's not for you, don't buy it, or whatever they said, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's really, yeah, I'm just gonna draft Ninja Turtles the few times, just like Spider-Man. I only drafted it like 3 or 4 times, mostly because I went on my trip and it's already, in
It's
eight
over. It's
weeks,
over.
7 weeks, the next set comes out, right? So I'm draft Ninja Turtles a couple of times, but yeah. So I think Ninja Turtles, I think it's gonna be worse or just as bad as Spider-Man, mainly because I think the art is terrible. If you watch my other video, which I haven't released yet, I'm about to. The art in Ninja Turtle looks horrible. Um, just like the IP I think, is less popular than Spider-Man is. I,
That's for sure.
and it's another like really small set. I really don't like the small sets. And after, like,
That's good.
they had small sets in the past, but they weren't standard. They were not draftable, right? Like Assassin's Creed and shoot, what was the other smallest? Aftermath, March of
Yes,
Machine
aftermath.
Aftermath.
Yes, aftermath.
They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
not standard. They were not draftable. So very easy to skip. But because they're forcing this on us, these small sets now, it's harder to skip. You can still do it, but the problem is you go to your LGS or you go and play with your friends. This is the new hottest thing. Everyone wants to draft it, right? It's almost impossible to draft anything other than Ninja Turtles the week of release or the week before release, the first 2 or 3 weeks, because that's the new hottest thing and everyone wants to draft it. And so it's hard to avoid it. So I'll probably will do the pre-release, do 1 to 3 drafts, and then I can skip it. Just because, as a degenerate drafter, you have to do a draft, and Those are the only things you can draft at that time.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing that I know, at least like I know the professor has talked about this, that with all these being standard legal, if you're a standard player, you can't opt out or skip these. If they have a card that is, the absolute
VV.
most powerhouse, like if it's VV and you wanted to opt out of Final Fantasy, good luck, right? So it's same thing. It doesn't look like anything from Spider-Man has done that, and so far with the spoilers of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's probably not the case. But hey, there's still much more to be seen and more cards to be combined with Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. So
so
let's just again, like that was a really long overall take, but I want to dive a little bit deeper, at least into Lorwyn Eclipse and Ninja Turtle, just because we have more spoilers for that. Okay, so we won't go into the other ones, just because we don't have time, and we will get.
But just because this is tagging on to something you said, and I, it's something I noticed while you were on your trip. I went to a Target, and I have a picture. Hold on.
Yes, please show us. We love pictures.
Can I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah,
full stack of Spider-Man bundles.
Scalpers can't get them. Scalpers don't want them.
Exactly. I went over to scan it. I was like, wow, what are all these doing here? Even when I went up to the scanner, it said they were sold out, but for some reason they were there. But $70, and I went on to TCG just to compare. It's cheaper on TCG Player than on a Target shelf. Like, when's the last time that happened, Eugene?
I mean, the last time that happened was probably before Final Fantasy. So Aether Drift.
Got it. Aether Drift, maybe. Yeah, okay. Aether Drift. But yeah, I mean, when's the last time that happened to a Universes Beyond set?
Right. I mean, you got the Costco stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The scalpers don't want them because you can't make money off of it.
Yeah. So,
Did you buy one?
Interesting.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I mean, and like I've tried a couple. Like I've tried cards in Arena. I'm the degenerate commander player here. But I do a lot of Brawl because it lets me play test commander the best I can
did
online.
Did you play the Brawl metagame challenge?
I did. I didn't notice it till the end. I didn't do great. I only got like the best. I only played like 2 times, and I got like I got like no land in one of them on my first game, and then the other one I only got to the second game because I lost. Oh my god! Wait a minute. Okay, because I just gotta talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
So Atali is a popular commander card, and the newest Atali, the one from March of the Machine.
The one that can transform, right?
The one that transforms, but it's mostly because in Brawl or in Commander, they just want to reuse that ETB, the one where you come in, and especially in the Commander game, you get a free card off of everybody's deck, right? But he cast this red enchantment that I can't remember the name of right now. It's called like mirror something, but it was a coin flipping card, and it said that when you win a flip, whenever a non-token creature enters, you flip a coin, and if you win the flip, you get an extra copy of the creature. And then you do it again and again and again until you lose a flip. And I was like, big deal. Who cares about that card? I killed the Tali. I was going to win the next turn. This is the second game in that Brawl thing. And then the guy even said, like, you were like, he had like a quote that said, like, you were so close or something like that. He played a Tali. He won 7 flips in a row. He got 7 copies of a Tali. And then he had like, and then he got a Crater Hoof in the midst of everything. And he had like 1,000 damage on board.
Okay.
No, not joking. About 1,000 damage.
Was that card? Do you remember if that card was like an alchemy card?
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
But they have alchemy cards in Brawl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my biggest gripe with Brawl.
It's 100% my biggest gripe with it. It's happening. The cards are showing up less and less, though.
The alchemy cards.
Yeah, they were a really big problem. Like the one that you see the most, and I haven't even seen it that much anymore lately, is the one that puts the power 9 in your deck. I can't remember his name right now.
That's so dumb.
But yeah, I had a very big gripe against them. But I don't know. I think maybe they're getting power crept out a little bit, even though they're really broken. Alchemy cards are so broken.
How are they still doing alchemy? I absolutely cannot stand alchemy, and
Yeah.
it may, this is probably how some people feel about Universe Beyond, right? It's like I
Mhm.
absolutely cannot stand alchemy, but I can avoid it. And
Yeah, yeah,
I just don't play Brawl, and I don't play
yeah. Yep.
alchemy. But people who can't stand Universe Beyond cannot avoid it, so that sucks, and I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Let me know if any of the viewers, anyone watching, do you play alchemy? Do you like it? And if you do, why?
Yeah, you know what? I I have um uh regularly had to deal with alchemy cards though, and like uh gosh, some of the cards that the one perpetual is like one of the worst things.
Oh
Perpetual
yeah,
and seek. Perpetual, no matter what zone something moves
yeah.
into, it keeps the
It's like
effect.
a
So
experience counter, right?
yeah, yeah, but it's like it'll give them like there's cards that say like all the creatures in your hand perpetually get +1/+1.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Stegosaurus or something that whenever it takes damage, every creature in your hand perpetually gets +1/+1.
Whenever it takes
Um,
damage.
yeah, and they put it in like fight decks and stuff like that, and then like so yeah, their entire hand will perpetually get +3/+3, and like how do you win that when the Lion War Elf in their hand is a one to cast 4/4?
Right, right, right.
But by the way, card called Mirror March. I mean, it can still mess up, and you just get one extra copy or something like
Or
a Tali.
zero.
But when, yeah, no, you get wait under your
Do
control,
you?
flip a coin until you for each one. Oh, you can get zero. You're right. But man, when you like it, yeah, if you get lucky and even get like 2 or 3 wins on a card like a Tali, like game's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Mirror March, 6 to cast red enchantment.
Okay.
Uh, cool. I'll be right back, guys. But you
All
guys
right.
start talking about
All
this.
right. So Lorwyn Eclipsed. Here we go. So, I mean, we have the cards shown. Our video got messed up because Jared turned off his camera. When he's back, everything will get fixed. I am not gonna go fix that in in editing. Roger, you know this lore at least. Do you know? Are you familiar with the lore of the original Lorwyn and Shadowmoor?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is super interesting because like this Ashling has a blue mana symbol. That's dope. Okay, this is gonna get crazy. Oh, dude. All right.
Why is that interesting?
It's interesting because the Ashling, at least this card, has always historically been red, and now we're seeing a blue pip on this card. So story-wise, I'm wondering what's happening in the storyline. What is this eclipse thing that's happening to the plane? Because whenever, normally the land of Lorwyn is either all sunshine or all darkness, right? It's either nighttime or daytime for a long time, right? And everything on the plane is affected on whether it's day all the time or night all the time. But when it's eclipse, I wonder how these communities of different like let's call them creatures or like the different peoples on the plane or the different things that are on the plane are affected when they're affected and how that's transforming them because that Ashling looks like she's agonizing there, but in her red form she's like super like bright and happy. So this is really cool. I like this card. It's showing us a little bit of what may come in the story, but this is interesting. She's never been a red blue card before.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this is supposed to be where the night and day of Lorwyn has returned in a cycle. So that's how come a lot of them have like a light side and an evil side, right?
Yeah.
I have to go early, guys. I'll see you later.
All right. See you later, Jared.
Brother.
See ya. Peace.
Okay. I need to fix the video, but go ahead, Roger, while I fix the video.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's just one of the cool things while seeing these cards. The other thing I am actually really looking forward to is the evoke mechanic coming back. Evoke is just a very strong mechanic. A lot of people still play it in things like Commander. We saw a return in Modern Horizons 3, I believe. Some cards had evoke, and evoke is a very interesting way to attach kind of like a spell to a creature, and we've seen that a lot in Magic design, and it's something that I wanted to kind of talk about maybe in the future about Magic design and what's happening to Magic, whether it's good or bad, who knows, but they're trying to address different things, and I think this is one of those things because here we have emptiness, which has evoke, which is both kind of a spell and a creature. So the way that evoke works is that instead of casting your creature for a full CMC, which is 4 and 2 pips, you could evoke it for just 2 pips, right? And what that means is that the creature will enter the battlefield, but as soon as it enters, it gets sacrificed. So it doesn't stay on the battlefield. But if it has an ETB ability, then you get that ability, right? Um, which in essence, what that means is that let's say that you have creatures that care about creatures entering the battlefield, right? Or a card like that says like whenever a 4 power creature enters the battlefield, draw a card, right? You'll trigger that, and you will also trigger a sacrifice thing. So there's a lot of value in evoke. So I'm really looking forward to that coming back into just more cards into Magic. So I think it's really cool design. The other thing is Mark Rosewater just went on in a panel, I believe, at the last Pro Tour that happened. I believe it was last week. Um, he was talking about hybrid mana symbols, and this is something we're gonna get into play design stuff. But I really like seeing hybrid mana symbols on this card. I think it's really cool. But I'll leave it there so we could keep
All
talking
right.
about.
All right,
the
I'm
rest of
back.
stuff.
Back. Fixed it. Thank you. Thanks, Roger. All right. Okay. So, where were we? Lorwyn Eclipse. All right. So, yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for this set. Very, very excited because we have. Now, where is it? We have the rest of the Shocklands. Oh, so excited!
Sick, bro.
And look at them. And we have a serialized card. Look at that card.
It's the Bitter Blossom. Oh, dude.
Well,
You know what they're
it's
doing?
the bitter bloom bearer, right? It's the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Look how
You know, the
beautiful it
coolest part,
looks.
yeah, the coolest part and the thing that the community really loves is that they brought back Rebecca Gay is the artist for this, and she was the original Bitter Bloom
Oh,
Blossom, Bitter
nice.
Blossom card. So they brought her back for this art, and yeah, I think this was a great choice for them to make a serialized card.
Now, hold
Interesting
on.
that
Let me. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking it's interesting that they chose to bring back serialized cards in an in-universe set. That's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, we had it in Tarkir Dragonstorm. We had Mox Jasper serialized.
Yeah, but they skipped it for Spider-Man, which is
Oh, they
weird.
skipped it for Edge of Eternities. They skipped it for Spider-Man. They skipped it for Avatar. They're not going to have it for Ninja Turtles, as far as we know. I don't believe we are. And Ninja Turtles comes out after Lorwyn, so they skipped it for like 3 sets. But here, I love the art. I think the art looks amazing for Lorwyn, and especially because we've had a couple of Universe Beyond sets with really bad art. And of course, and again, I always say this every time I talk about art. It's subjective, okay? So, to me, and probably many others, the art in Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles, they don't look very good. And I go into a little bit of that in my other video, but essentially to sum it up is Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles. Here, and I'll pull up some Ninja Turtles art so we can talk about it. But so Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles are like they're kind of comic, they're kind of they're cartoons, they're comics, right? And
Hmm.
Magic's art style and art direction is realism. So if you look at this one right here, Donatello the Brains. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
zoom in, make it bigger. Um, it looks kind of realistic, which is weird, and doesn't fit really well with Magic, right? I know Ninja Turtles had that live action CGI movie. I did not watch that, but I don't. It didn't look good to me. And yeah, so and just look at like the art in Ninja Turtles. It's just I don't know, not for
It
me.
feels like a
Okay,
card game. I know what you're talking about. It's like
like look at this. I
if
don't
you
think it
took a
looks
poke.
bad. I don't think it looks bad. I just think it looks really weird in Magic, on a Magic card when you play Magic. And compare
Yes.
this to this. Like this is, to me, is beautiful, right? Like this artwork. I mean, it just looks incredible. And this, and then we have this, which is it's good. I recognize it's good, but I don't know. It feels weird.
It's not Magic.
Well,
Yeah.
and also it feels weird for Ninja Turtles, right? Because although I don't know much about Ninja Turtles, but when I look at
The pizza lands.
the pizza lines, look terrible. I mean, actually, all of this Ninja Turtle art looks horrible to me. This one is a little bit less bad, the Leonardo da Balance, but some of the Spider-Man ones, like I like the Spider-Man ones that are those from the comic books. Here, you can see my camera. Like these look, I love these. Right, it's not focused.
Oh,
You know,
that one
like
looks cool.
this, right? And this, those look awesome, and that's Spider-Man. But when it's like a hot dog that looks like it's like realistic, I don't know. It just looks weird. Anyway, okay. So I think the art looks really bad. And I really like the art in Lorwyn. We have the Shocklands, right? Which we got the one set. Look at the art. Look at the art. It's beautiful. We have one set of the Shocklands in Edge of Eternities. And now we're getting the rest of the Shocklands. And they're also doing this really cool thing with the Shocklands, which is double face Shocklands. It's just nice. It's cool, right?
Oh, that.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but one is like at night and one is in the daytime. So I think that's really awesome. It's a shame that we will only get this treatment in this set for half of the Shocklands, but it's better than nothing. And you can get these in play boosters. So I actually like the fact, like in the past, there's a lot of things that were gated behind collector boosters that were really cool. And so it seems like they're doing more things where they can, putting them in play boosters. So I'm excited to be able to see these in play boosters and be able to get them without having to open $500 collector boosters. The lands are awesome.
All right. Well, I have a few thoughts. First, if you scroll all the way back up, right, on that page, this art is telling us a story here because, like I said, it's either all day and all night, and especially the art that's really on top. Like if you scroll all the way up.
Oh, where they're crossing a bridge or something?
Yeah, this has never happened on the plane. Like they could all of a sudden change, and how is this affecting? Oh man, I am looking so much more forward to the story.
Hey,
and
these people,
art is.
The people here, are they the same people in the next picture? Yeah, right? Like there's this merfolk looking person. It's like this elf person. There's the fairy. It's the same group of people, or the same group as here. There's the elf, the fairy, the merfolk. Right?
And the kids.
This is like it's like the group. So the story is probably gonna be about this group of adventurers.
The Lord of the Rings, dude. That's it. The storyline.
This is the fellowship.
But the other thing I wanted to talk about is okay. So we have this. I love the treatment on the lands, and WotC has been getting really hammered, like on Reddit and everywhere else, where like it's like, do they even care about Magic players? Like they should really care about the player base and not just try to get new players. And maybe this is like this set is like for us, you know, like the designers and everyone still love Magic, still want us and care about us and care about what we think, and this is how they're giving that to us, because like they have to do the it's so cool. They have to do the Hasbro thing, right, which is the Ninja Turtle, Spider-Man stuff, right? But when we get back to core Magic, they're gonna do it well, and this to me feels like they care, right? They care about the community, they care about the Magic IP, and they're doing it well. I really, really love this.
Yeah, the art looks great. The cards look awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited. And the fact that it has these Shocklands plus a serialized card, it's gonna have a really good set value.
Oh, dude, they're bringing back commands.
Commands? What is that? Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, look at this. They have tribal spells, right? Kindred Instant, Elemental. It's like an elemental spell.
Yeah, you can search for it in your library. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Oh, dude, this set's gonna be awesome.
Look at this thing, Emptiness. The art on that. Morning Tide. Oh yeah, so it was Morning Tide and Evening Tide, and then Shadowmoor and Lorwyn. They were like, how many
yeah, well,
sets were
the
there?
whole plane is Lorwyn. The whole plane is Lorwyn. It's Shadowmoor when it's nighttime, and then it's Morning Tide when it's
But
like
those were the old sets. Do you remember?
Old set.
There was a set Lorwyn. There was a set Shadowmoor.
Mhm.
Morning Tide was a set, wasn't it?
Morning Tide was
and
a set, yeah.
Evening Tide was a set, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and look at the Shocklands. I love it. I love Shocklands. So yeah, it's good. I think it's gonna be a great set. Very hopeful for that. Okay, Ninja Turtles. Like I said, I do not like the art at all. You see this card right here? This card. This is the chase card. This has got to be the worst chase card I've ever seen in any Magic set over the last like 2 years or so, right? Or maybe this is last year, right? If we let's just go back and look at like the chase card in Innistrad Remastered, which was like the first set of this year. It kind of released at the end of last year, but you have the serialized Edgar Markov, okay? And then we had Aether Drift. We have a serialized Aether Spark. Card kind of sucks, but you know, what was after Aether Drift? What was after Aether Drift? Oh, it was Tarkir. We have
Tarkir,
serialized Mox Jasper. And then after Tarkir, we had Final Fantasy. We have the serialized Chocobo and the Neon Ink Chocobos. Then we had Edge of Eternities. We had that Sothera Singularity foil, which looked awesome. And then we went into Spider-Man. And even Spider-Man has an incredible chase card, the Cosmic Foil Soulstone. Have you seen a picture of that? It looks so awesome.
Wait, like a photo of the real card, like someone's holding it?
Yeah, well, you actually got to see a video of it because the way that stone, the way it shines is so incredible.
That's cool.
The way like when you move it around and you see the light reflecting off of it, it looks really nice. I don't have a access to it right now, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. But anyway, and then Ninja Turtles, we just have this. I think unless they're gonna reveal more, and they very well could, okay. But just to me, everything about this set, the fact that it's small, the art I don't like. I'm not into the IP. The chase card, if this is it, does not. I don't care about it. And yeah, so the only thing the basic lands looked horrible to me. I don't see any. Yeah, so the only thing for Ninja Turtles that I think might be okay is the sneak mechanic. Right, kind of like a ninjutsu.
Yep.
That is. I wonder why they didn't just do ninjutsu. But sneak,
yes,
they have the mechanic on spells, like on instants and sorceries. So obviously ninjutsu would not have been able to do that. So I'm hopeful there's going to be something that has sneak that's really powerful. We'll just have to see. The only non-creature that has sneak that's been revealed is this Raphael's Technique. 3 mana instant. Each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. So that's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the alleged AI art in Ninja Turtles?
No.
Okay, so a lot of people are like complaining about the art in Ninja Turtles, and like, so me personally, I just don't like how it looks and the feel of it and everything. But so people are like dove deep into the art and tried to identify where they think is AI and what they don't like about it more specifically. So I'll just really quickly bring it up and let me know what your thoughts. So Raphael, right? Now I don't know much about Ninja Turtles, but apparently his weapon is supposed to be a sai, which is, so this is apparently is not a sai. What he's holding here is a jite. So and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know much about this stuff, but his weapon, the sai, I think it's kind of like a trident. It has like three points, two smaller ones and one in the middle. What most of the art that depicts this character in Magic, the Magic cards, he's holding, it only has 2 points. It has the one in the middle and then only one thing on the side instead of the other one. Okay, so people don't like that. And then I saw somewhere like they're saying like, oh, sometimes he does have a sai, a jite instead of a sai, blah, blah, blah. Who knows, right? So people don't like that. Some of the art, let's say this art right here, This art, can you see it? Donnie and April.
Yeah.
So people are like, what is going on in this picture? Why does his shell thing right here on the crotch look so awkward and weird? If you look at the windows, so this is a thing that's like really common in AI art, right? Is they're just like the details, like the windows, none of the windows are matching. Why?
Yeah.
Why does this
That's
window
crazy.
not have a thing in the middle? This has 2 bars in the middle. This has 1. Like they're all different. Okay, and then you see this light right here at the top. Why is there a light in the middle of a building? It looks like a street light, but it's just up there in the middle of a building. Uh, and then just so many questions like, what is this? Why does this cannon look so dumb coming out of this car? Right, that's their vehicle. And then how is he deflecting a laser off of a wooden stick?
That's turtle power, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. People are just complaining. It's just like they think this is AI. This one, the Dark Ritual, you get this in the pizza bundle. What is he throwing on the pizza? Are those beans? Are those olives? They don't look like olives. Like what is that?
That's hilarious, dude. Definitely beans.
Beans? I don't know. It's just weird. And then I think there were more weird stuff. Oh, this okay. So again, this is a jite or something. Like it's only got 2 points instead of 3. Why is it not pointy at the top? Why does it kind of just cut off right there? People are saying he has 2 right hands. So if you look at his hands.
Oh,
Where's the
interesting.
thumb? First of all, so the turtles I guess only have 3 fingers, right? But
Yep.
they have a thumb, right? And so in this photo, I don't know, the hands look weird. People think like this looks like a thumb, but I guess that's a thumb. But if this is the thumb right here, then that's his right hand, but this is his left hand, and obviously this hand is his right hand because that's his thumb right there. But I think the thing is people are just too critical. I think his thumb is there and this is not a thumb. It just looks weird.
That's hilarious. Until you said that was a thumb, it looked right to me, but now I can see that it looks like a thumb.
I don't know. Anyway, art looks weird. I'm not into it. Oh, there's like a complaint about this.
Casey Jones.
Yeah, I don't know the lore. Do you know Casey Jones? Oh, about the window. I think it was like the complaint is like, why does this window like something? It's too technical. It's too much. But I don't really. For me, like I don't care too much about AI art. Like it sucks. These windows are not aligned. These beams on the windows are not aligned right here. I don't really care that much about the AI stuff. It makes it look worse than it already is. So anyway, I don't like the set. Okay, one more thing I wanted to talk about is Secret Lair.
Eugene, before we go
Yeah,
off of Ninja Turtles, I had
yeah,
to look up who signed that Ninja Turtle card, right? Because there was the
oh
one you were
yeah,
talking about, and it was signed, and I was like, why is that signature important? And then I looked up the artist, but actually, it's hold on, I just looked it up right here.
yeah. Is it like the original Ninja Turtle artist?
It's Kevin Eastman, who is a co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm not really sure how many people want his like
Yeah,
autograph
yeah. Like,
or
why
sought
does that even matter, right?
but who knows? So it might be something that actually sells, or it might not be, depending on the signature. I'm not sure. I can't read the text on the card when I saw it on the thing, but it looks different, I guess, in person. So yeah, it's a very very weird card. But I just wanted to bring that up that
Yeah.
they actually had the
Like,
the co-creator
are
sign it.
there enough Ninja Turtle super fans that would actually want a card signed by the co-creator of the show? Like, I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
last thing I need to talk about because this is the PlayStation Super Drop, the Secret Lair. It comes out next Monday, so we gotta talk about it now, uh, before it's too late. We'll go through it quickly. We're not gonna talk about the Secret Lair that already happened last Monday. Hey, I think you mentioned Twisted Meadow, Roger, and look, this is a Twisted Meadow right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Twisted Meadow Soul Ring. So how do you get this Soul Ring? Play blah 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 blah. How do you get this? Oh, if you spend $200, of course. Okay. So we're having a PlayStation themed secret lair next Monday, 9 a.m. You know it's gonna be a shit show, as they all are, with scalpers and long lines, and everything's gonna sell out. This is a really cool Soul Ring, especially if you're into Twisted Metal. But yeah, let's go through. I don't want to go through all the cards. Have you seen any of the cards yet, Roger?
I saw these for sure. This was like super hype. People were excited about this one.
Yeah, so they're mechanically unique, which is really interesting, right? They made a note. They made an announcement that I think in the past they made the announcement that the mechanically unique ones, they're going to reprint them in universe. But then they recently made a new announcement saying that the mechanically unique secret layers, the non-foil versions, will be available at local game stores after the sale. So basically, they're gonna try to make it more available, and increase the print run for the non-foil. So if you're going to collect or invest, it's probably most worth it to get the foil versions, because there's just gonna be fewer of them. But yeah, Last of Us, I never played the game. I watched the show on HBO. It's an incredible show. Some of these cards, like these cards, are really cool. I think for Commander, it's gonna be really fun. So I do like this secret layer. Cabal Ritual, a reprint of a $10-15 card. So that's pretty awesome. And if you know the game or the show Last of Us, is a very iconic scene. Have you played this game or watched the show on HBO?
I watched the show. It's a really, really good show. I've never actually played the game. It looks nice though. If this is art from the game, it looks cool.
It's not art from the game. No. This is art created by artists, but like I think it's supposed to portray scenes from the game.
That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, I think it's gonna sell out. I think it's a good layer. You got the cordyceps infected token. This is a background, so I don't really.
So
Is that a commander thing, right?
if Jared was here, he would mention one thing. I believe he'd mention something. I think they did this on purpose, because Gavin Verhey is on like the creative design part of Magic the Gathering, and they do study Commander and Commander players, and statistically, cheaper commanders are often the better kinds of commanders you want. So making Ellie a 2-drop, super huge. Could be in CDH, could be a very sought after card, which is very, very interesting. So just wanted to bring that up. Something that just I think they're very, very smart at Wizards. I don't think they're doing anything by accident.
Yeah, and I think Cabal Ritual is a good reprint for this one. All right, and of course, this is the more expensive secret layers, so everything's $10 more, $40 and $50. So we have part 2 of The Last of Us, right? So this is like the next part of the storyline. You get another token, Michael. This one, I mean, again, 3 mana commanders with partner. So I think that's really cool that they have like the partner thing, and they partner with survivors. So I think you can partner them with these, because they're all survivors. Partner survivors, right? So yeah, it's kind of like you have to buy both.
Uh-huh.
And I think Dictate of Erebos is worth something. Let me see.
Dude, that is so interesting. Okay, yeah, that's a new mechanic that we haven't seen before, because when you see Commander gameplay from like other like content creators, like the Command Zone, there are some that actually do partners that aren't actually really partners, and that's like a whole theme, and they have a whole episode on it. It's not something you could actually do in Commander, but this can allow you to do something like that, where you're mixing and matching survivors, which is cool.
Yeah. And aren't there other creature with survivor types? Could you partner with them? They have to be legendary, or you cannot. I don't know how that works. I don't know
how it works. Yeah, we would have to wait for Wizards of the Coast.
Oh no! So if you read it, you can have 2 commanders if both have this ability. So no, it has to have the ability. So it can only be these 4, unless they do more.
Okay, so it's not as strong as I thought it was going to be, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. This one, again, pretty cool. I think I like the first one a little bit better, but like, because Mike Kaloth, It's not that great of a
Mhm.
card.
Eugene, tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
Was it on purpose that this could have all been one secret layer with all of these cards in it? Is it like do you think they did this on purpose where like yeah the survivors could all work with each other, but you have to buy both secret layers to have all the survivors?
Well, okay, so I don't think so, and I mean mostly because like it's very clearly separated by part 1 and part 2. If they added them all together, it would be 10 cards, and then they would, of course they don't have to do anything, but I don't think they've ever given 10 cards in a secret layer that was like a normal secret layer price or even $10 more. So then they would charge $100 for 10 cards, and then people would be all pissed off. I think this way there would be just a little bit less hate against them. That's my thought. Okay, God of War. I love God of War. Max would love this. Look at this, all red, 100% red. Every card's red. The card is really cool. 3 mana, 2/3 double strike. All creatures have haste, so not just yours. This makes everyone go wild. At the beginning of each player's end step, Kratos deals damage to that player equal to the number of creatures that player controls that didn't attack. So kind of like forces you to attack, or you're gonna take damage.
That's
Really awesome.
hilarious. What a sick card.
Yeah. I mean, and all creatures have haste, so he himself has haste, and it's just so like really cool representative of the God of War. These are all reprints right here. World at War, Rite of Flame, Sulfuric Vortex, and Pyrohemia.
Those are like the kinds of cards that like are so savage to see on the other side of the board, dude. Holy shit. That's so cool, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, World
This
at
is
War is pretty good, right? Gives you another combat.
yeah, and it has rebound, dude. So it does it again.
Yeah, and I'm looking up right now. It only has one printing. Like, it's only ever been printed in Rise of Eldrazi, and it has one printing in the list, and that's it. So it could actually be worth something. I don't think it's gonna be worth a really high amount because the card itself isn't worth that much. But this one will probably be the most expensive one of this card.
It's really cool, dude.
So, but again, $40-$50. Okay, so there's another God of War one, and so this God of War, there's 5 cards. This God of War, there's only 4 cards. You have his son here, and look at this, Roger. You mentioned this, right? Low casting cost commanders. Although 3, right? Three mana, and then here's 3 mana again. Tap 3, draw a card for each experience counter you have, then discard a card. This one has partner, father and son, so they can only partner with each other.
That's so cool because in the game you're like a team. Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Have you played this game? I haven't played this one. I only played the original one.
Yeah, dude. This is a good one, man. Thank you, Max.
Yeah. So so Kratos gives you the experience counters, and then his son uses them. You draw a card and then deal 2 damage to each opponent. It seems pretty fun. And then you have Teferi's Ageless Insight and Erois God of Victory. I wonder if Erois God of Victory is worth anything. So not really. Oh yeah, I mean it's like a $10 ish card. It's been printed a couple of times in a commander deck, but there's a secret layer version, and that secret layer version is $34, and it doesn't even look that impressive or anything like that. I mean, it looks fine. So yeah, this version, also doesn't look that impressive. But if you're a fan of God of War, I can see this card being like $20 or more. So that's pretty good. Okay, Uncharted. I never played this game. Have you played this game?
I've never played this game.
Yeah. So we just have the reprints, and then this Nathan Drake character. Spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast spells you don't own, or activate abilities of permanents you control but don't own. Whenever he attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. You may cast a spell from among those cards. Okay, so we have a lot of. I think there are a lot of cards that have abilities similar to this. So I think it's just fun.
Dude, that's Italy, bro. That's the original Italy. Like
yeah, but the original one you cast it for free, right? So this guy you have to spend the mana to cast it.
Oh, you cast it for free. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
Yeah, we got Midnight Clock, Whip of Erebos, Chain Reaction. Chain Reaction is a good card. Passionate Archaeologist. This is a background. Commander creatures you own have whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to the spell's mana values target opponent. Okay, so this one's I think it's just whatever. It's a little expensive for this. I don't think this one is gonna be. I don't think this one is that great, personally. Unless you're a big Uncharted fan. Into the Forbidden West. I never even heard of this game.
No, me neither.
But look at that Blithedale Colossus. Looks awesome.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Okay, this is the mechanically unique card. 5 mana, 3/5 vigilance, reach. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control attack, discover X, where X is the greatest power among them. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. So if you have your Blithedale Colossus attack, you discover 11.
Such a weird one, dude.
Meteor
because like that
Golem.
color combination isn't historically like thought of as like an artifact deck, right? You have Grixis artifacts, you have Esper artifacts, but never with green. This is
So
crazy.
just another way to build artifacts, right? Another unique way to do an artifact deck. I think the art is pretty cool from the game. But yeah. This one, okay, so people are pretty excited about this one, especially for this commander right here, Jin Sakai, Ghost of Tsushima. Whenever Jin Sakai deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a creature you control attacks a player, if no other creatures are attacking that player, choose one. It gains double strike. It can't be blocked. So you know what this reminds me of is Rafiq of the Many, which had Exalted, and then I think it was like 4 mana, 3/3 Exalted, and then like your Exalted creature gets double strike or something. Something like that. I can't remember fully. So it reminds me of that because of the double strike, but better because you can also make that creature unblockable, and it also lets you draw and then the Esper colors. So yeah, and the art looks really cool.
So this is where I think a lot of Magic players feel that there's a disconnect between set designers and people who don't know the prior sets come in and create a card, right? So we have the Kamigawa block has the samurai that have this ability, right? Whenever a samurai attacks alone, right?
Right.
Something happens, right? But that ability is found in red a lot, and this commander doesn't have red in it. So that's kind of a miss on the ability. I do like that it kind of leads to a restriction of kind of cards you can play, but it's very interesting, very interesting. I do like the card. It's cool that it's an Esper, although I think that not having the red, there's going to be a lot of cards.
The ability is a little different, right? Because I think in the other one is like those samurai, those creatures have to attack alone themselves. This allows any creature you control to get this ability.
No, the way that the samurai work is if a samurai attacks alone, so it could be
okay. But this one doesn't have to be a samurai.
Yeah, this one doesn't have to be a samurai.
Yeah. The art looks amazing though. Like look at this Born Upon a Wind, that sunrise or sunset. It's so good.
Wait, what? You may cast spells this turn after they have
This is a reprint.
That's so strong.
This is a reprint.
Okay. That's so
All these
strong.
are reprints, but look at this. They reprinted Iganjo Castle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I think that card's worth a good amount.
When was the last reprint? I've never
Is
seen this
that
card.
the list reprint? I mean, okay, it's like a $12-ish card, but still some value. Ghostly Flicker. So yeah, I think this secret layer is gonna do pretty well. I really don't like the $40-50 secret layers, but it really puts a damper like on the value of these secret layers, like paying $50. It's because it's really hard to get the value of it, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. All right, so that's it. Any final thoughts, Roger, on anything we talked about today before we go?
I think, well, just before we go off the value, I think you're right, because I think Ghost of you're really just paying for this commander, because Path to Exile is probably cents. Born Upon a Wind is probably maybe like $5, I'm guessing. The other two cards are also commons. Like, why?
Wait, no, the castle is like a $12 card.
$12? But it's a land, and it's not like a great land.
I mean, it's pretty good because it replaces any planes almost, right? It doesn't have any downside. It comes into play untapped, and you can always have that ability. And if you're playing a Legends deck, it's pretty useful. No, but you have to remember, like, as for any secret lair, you're also paying for like the art, the
Yeah.
uniqueness of it. Maybe you have like a samurai deck, then this is gonna be the best art you could for these cards. Even though Path of Exile, there's 1,000 versions, but if you have a samurai deck, you gotta have the samurai Path to Exile.
This one looks sick. This one looks so cool.
Yeah, and same goes for whatever else. Blightsteel Colossus, it's been printed a billion times. Chain React, but also a lot of these are just like, if you're a fan of this game,
Yes.
right? Like, I know nothing about Uncharted. None of these pictures don't mean anything to me. I don't know who this is holding this rock. Like, I don't know why they are hanging off of a truck or something here. Like, it means nothing to me. I know about God of War, and I mean, this looks amazing. And I know about The Last of Us, mostly only because of the show on HBO, which is an amazing show. And so they just resonate a lot more to me. All right, well, everyone, long episode today because we've been gone for so long. Thank you for watching. We'll be back. We have a lot more to talk about. Miss having Jared here to shed his insight on all of this, because Jared is a big gamer and he's played all of this stuff. But yeah, we'll be back next week. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.
Peace.